The Baker's Secret Recipe. Emma was a young woman who lived in a small town by the river. She was not famous, not rich, and not someone who dreamed of big cities. Her dream was simple. She wanted to bake bread, cakes, and cookies that made people feel at home. Every morning, before the sun touched the red roofs of the town, Emma woke up. She put on her white apron, tied her brown hair into a bun, and lit the old oven that once belonged to her grandmother. The smell of warm bread floated into the streets, mixing with the fresh morning air. People said they could wake up without an alarm because the scent from Emma's bakery was enough to open their eyes. Her bakery, Sweet Crust, was small, with only 3 tables by the window and a counter filled with golden loaves and soft pastries. But people loved it. They loved the way Emma smiled when she handed them their morning bread. The way she remembered children's favorite cookies, and the way she wrapped cakes with a red ribbon as if every day was a celebration. For years, Emma felt happy. She did not earn much, but she had enough. The townspeople were her friends, her family, her customers. But one winter, everything changed. One day, when Emma was cleaning the flour from her hands, she heard 2 women whispering outside her bakery. "They say the new patisserie is opening next week," one of them said. "Yes." The other answered with excitement. "They have colorful cakes, chocolate fountains, even coffee from Paris." Emma's heart dropped. A new bakery. She smiled politely, but inside she felt the cold bite of fear. When the patisserie finally opened, it was like a festival. Bright lights decorated the entrance, music played, and men in uniforms carried trays of desserts that looked like art pieces. The building itself was new, modern, and shiny, unlike Emma's small bakery with its old wooden door. Curiosity pulled everyone there. At first Emma thought, "They will come back to me. They know me. They love my bread." But as days turned into weeks, her bakery became empty. The chairs by the window stood lonely. The bell above the door was silent. Emma tried to smile when the few loyal customers came, but after they left, she often sat by the counter, staring at the shelves full of unsold bread. She whispered to herself, "Maybe I am not good enough." One rainy evening, Emma decided to clean the storage room. Dust covered everything. Old boxes, broken trays, and shelves full of memories. She opened a wooden chest that once belonged to her grandmother. Inside, she found old aprons, a photo of her grandmother smiling in front of the oven, and a notebook. It was brown, with its leather cover cracked from time. Emma opened it carefully. The pages smelled of flour and cinnamon. On the first page, written in delicate handwriting, were the words, "To bake is to love. Recipes are gifts, not secrets." Emma's eyes filled with tears. 'Twas her grandmother's handwriting. She turned the pages and saw recipes she had never seen before: cakes with honey, bread with herbs, pies with fruits that seemed to glow from the description. But one recipe stood out. It was called the Heart's Delight. The instructions were simple but strange. It asked for basic ingredients: flour, butter, sugar, but it also said, "Add 1 spoon of memory, a pinch of kindness, and stir with patience. Bake with hope. Serve with a smile." Emma laughed softly. "What does that even mean?" she whispered. but deep inside, she felt her grandmother speaking to her, telling her to try. That night, Emma worked alone. The rain tapped against the window while the oven glowed warmly. She mixed the ingredients, whispering to herself, "One spoon of memory, the smell of Grandma's kitchen, a pinch of kindness, the way she gave me the first slice, patience." Like she always said, good things rise slowly. When the cake was ready, Emma took it out. It was golden, soft, and shining in the candlelight. She cut a small piece and tasted it. The flavor was simple, yet it warmed her heart. She closed her eyes, and for the first time in weeks, she smiled without effort. The next morning, Emma placed the new cake on the counter. She wrote on a small card, "Grandma's special recipe made with love." At first, only a few people came. They looked curious. A boy bought a piece and ran outside. 10 minutes later, he came back with his sister. Soon, an old man bought one slice, then returned with his neighbor. Word began to spread. People said the cake was not just sweet, reminded them of something. Some said it tasted like childhood summers. Others said it felt like the warmth of family dinners. Everyone felt something different, but all of them smiled after tasting it. Within a week, Emma's bakery was full again. The sound of laughter filled the room. The bell above the door rang again and again, and Emma's heart was light. The shiny new patisserie still had its customers, but people realized that Emma's bakery was not just about cakes. It was about feeling at home. One evening, after closing, Emma sat by the window with the old notebook on her lap. She looked at the recipe again. Add memory, kindness, patience, hope, and a smile, she whispered. And then she understood. It was not really about flour, sugar, or butter. It was about the heart. Her grandmother was teaching her that people do not come to a bakery only for food. They come for love, warmth, and connection. The next day, when a young girl asked her, "Miss Emma, what is the secret ingredient in this cake?" Emma smiled gently and said, "It's not the cake that you taste, it's the love inside it." The girl laughed, but later she told her mother, "Emma gives us more than bread. She gives us happiness." Emma's bakery never became the richest, never the fanciest, but it became the heart of the town again. And Emma, with flour on her hands and joy in her eyes, finally believed that she was enough. Success is not about shining brighter than others, but about giving warmth where it is most needed. Emma learned that the true secret recipe was not written in any notebook. It lived inside her heart all along.